网友，大家好，我是总台央视记者刘
Dear
飞。
viewers,
我现在呢
I'm
是
with CGTN Liu Fei, and I'm here in Yili province of Zhaosu County. So as the cold airs and the snows runs into the Yili County, temperature has dropped to minus 20 degrees Celsius in some of the local regions, and that's the reason why we enjoy some of the beautiful sceneries. And it is also a marvelous natural wonder phenomenon rhyme. And at the beginning of this show, we are demonstrating some of the video clips that we have shot last year. In the beautiful fairyland of Yili, I'm standing in a wonderland of ice and snow, and we have some of the rhymes gradually forming one after another. I believe behind me are some of the local trees. And in the Yili regions, these trees spans for 140 acres of lands. If we look from afar, you will think that this is a fairyland of ice and snow. In this region, the ice is quite pure, and if I try to scratch some of the ices, you will see the ice tips and also the snowflake. Because of the unpolluted airs and unpolluted water, the rhyme here actually is the best across the country. I've been arriving here around 4 hours earlier. I believe that for rhyme to occur, it needs a combination of cold climate, sufficient airborne moisture, and crystal and clear skies overhead. Rhyme is a natural wonder which is quite often seen in the northern part of China. It is a rare phenomenon in the Xinjiang autonomous region of China. When I drive here, I saw places of the wonders, and during the winter time, I believe the rhyme is gradually demonstrating itself from now to April and May. Why do I bring all of you to this natural wonderland of ice and snow? I believe that as we enter into the winter, gradually all of the wonders of the nature demonstrate and speak itself in this wonderful season. I've been demonstrating you some of the video clips, and this is actually a hands-on experience of the rhymes. Behind me, we could see the gleaming snowflakes on the grassland and the towering rime-capped trees. It brings pure beauty to the land. This is a natural forest, enriched by all kinds of different trees, the yawns, among other different trees. It is also an inhabitant for different kinds of birds. And one thing quite interesting is that if we look closer with our cameras, there's a lot of animal footprint. Can you wonder which kind of animal are we looking here? I believe it is the footprint of fox. The lake is home to a variety of animals, including the tigers and also the fox. That is another discovery that we have made through our journey. Let's take a view of this fairyland of ice and snow that we have shooted a few days earlier. I believe in the past week, the local region has started to see the snowflakes. Only with the clear skies overhead, we could see these natural wonders of the rhyme. It is a fairyland of white. Every year from November to April, the local people enjoys this natural wonder of rime. But I believe the best season to view the rime is to visit this county here at this moment. Today, the temperature is around minus 20 degrees centigrade, and if we enter into the county part of the local region, it is around minus 9 degrees Celsius. This is a bestow of the nature for us to see this natural wonder. Anyway, we were being battered by the coldness. I have also invited one of my guests, who is also going to introduce you this beautiful natural wonder. Can you give us a self-introduction? I'm Sun Dongdong from the Meteorological Bureaus of the Zhaosu County. You are an expert in weather and meteorological conditions. Can you give us an introduction of how did this rime forms? I believe the rime formed with adequate moisture condition and a low temperature. The moisture and the rime and the water is clinging to some of the branches in the tree. That is how the rime was created. How long will one rime keeps clinging to the branches? It has been decided by the temperature. If the temperature rises up quite quickly, it will going to disappear. In the past 2 days, because of the snow, I think the rime keeps growing. Can you tell us what is the feature for the rime in Zhaosu? I believe the rime forms when water in the air is coated below 0 degrees Celsius. And in Zhaosu County, we don't have any industrial factories, manufacturing industries. That's the reason why the air is quite pure here, and the air is quite clear here. The frozen droplets clinging to various surfaces, especially plants, and create a winter wonderland. In the Zhaosu County, we are 1,500 meters above the sea level. With a high altitude, it is very helpful when the rime was forming. I'm also going to introduce you a quite beautiful natural wonders. Every year, we welcome a lot of visitors. And this year, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the visitors' number might drop down. The Zhaosu County is a tourist destination of all seasons. And every year, the rime has brought us a lot of tourists. So where did the tourists come from? I think they come from the hinterland. The majority of them is coming from the central part of China. They have never seen such a vast natural wonders of the rime. Is the summer quite short in Zhaosu? Yes, we have a quite short summer, and it is almost the spring and autumn is clinging together. We are looking at a quite unique view. Behind me, it is the National Wetland Park. And in this river bend, you will see the spreadings and floatings of the ice. If you look into another bank of this river, you will see the rime droplets clinging to the branches. In the middle of the river, there are some of the ices floating, and it generates patterns of the flowers floating with the river. So why this floating ice is quite unique to this season? It is because the temperature is in the middle, because it's snowing and the temperature and the river has not frozen comprehensively. That's the reason why it forms this kind of unique snowflake. I believe the ice is floating. And where will this ice is going into? I believe that it is going into Tekes. It is the Tekes County. I must introduce you that we are at the Tekes National Wonderland Park. I believe that the river is snowing and snaking into the nearby county. With a heavy moisture, and it is close to the riverbank. That is the reason why it is very beautiful. I've been working in Zhaosu for 7 years. And in the northeast part of China and in the Xinjiang part of China, you enjoy the different types of the rhymes. Have you researched into that? And what is the difference between the different rhymes in the different region? Actually, I have not done so much of the research in this natural phenomena. I believe that I read a lot of reference in the National Meteorological website. There is a huge difference between the northeast, the rhyme in the northeast winter and the rhyme in the Xinjiang's winter. I believe in Xinjiang, we created a vast span of rhyme. Although starting from November and spread into April, we have seen this natural phenomenon. As the rime carefully shrouded every branch, the white icing built by thousands of the tiny silver droplets also captured the sand dimes, and we have a local saying that for 10 trees, 9 of them is going to be shrouded by the rime. I also believe it is related to the unpolluted weather conditions. And today, as I entered into here, I also enjoy a clear air. Let's look at the ice drop here. So we are sitting at the bank of this river. And it is a little bit risky to sitting here. And if we look into it, we will see the snowflakes. And as I remember when we first arrived here, the snowflakes and the rime is also gradually forming itself.
那也是因为我们到的这个地方啊，它是属于一个非常大的一个湿地地方，然后这边也是属于一个自然的一个景区，所以信号呢。
When the winter comes, most of the leaves and flowers fall from the trees, bearing branches and trunks to the cold air. But we could see the trees along this beautiful river have another flowering seasons each year in the winter. You have told me about some of our viewers might wonder the difference between Xinjiang region and also between the northeast part of China. But I can also give you some of the meteorological data to support my argument. So are there any definitions for the rhyme? What is a cold winter and what is a warm winter? Actually, in the field of meteorology, we don't have that kind of a definition. But I have another question. For places like Zhaosu, what is the highest temperature in summertime? I think the lowest temperature that we have experienced is minus 32 degrees Celsius. And in summer, the highest temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. That is a very huge temperature gap. It is a lot of contrast. 30 degrees Celsius to minus 32 degrees Celsius. What is the average temperature here? It is around 3.7 degrees Celsius. It is quite cold here, and in the summertime, we suffered from some of the strong contradictory weather conditions, including the thunderstorm. As the science grows and rolls into more precision, we actually tested every single temperature, and we reported the temperature data every hour. Sometimes the snow came late than we expected. Thank you very much for your participation for our live streaming and for your clear explanation for this natural phenomenon rhyme. I believe some of our viewers just entered into this live streaming chat room. I'm Liu Fei with CMJ. I'm in Zhaosu County, Tekes National Wetland Park. And today we are enjoying a fairyland of ice and snow. And here I'm standing in this ice wonderland for the past hour and the weather is minus 20 degrees Celsius. For the Tekes National Wetland Park, it covers and spans an area for around 100 acres. There's a lot of people going in and out. We have demonstrating the rhyme natural phenomenon to you. It is a very beautiful but all too familiar in the winter scenery. This period of time is actually the best time to witness these winter wonders. We have invited one expert from the local meteorological bureaus. I'm also going to invite another expert. Can you give us a self-introduction? I'm from the Kazakh ethnic group, and I want to introduce you that for the Ili Autonomous Region, it is home to the local Kazakh ethnic group people. Today we are seeing the ice flower. It is also known as the rime, which describes as the rice that frozen on the undersurface of the objects and comes from water droplets in fog.
的卡顿。那么现在呢，在我身边呢，我又邀请了另外一位嘉宾。那么你来跟大家做一个自我介绍。
Sorry for the signal delay. We have invited another distinguished guest from the publicity office of the Uygur County and from the Kazakh local ethnic group. And I want to introduce to our dear viewers that the Uygur County is home to Kazakh ethnic group. I used to major in dancing. So why do you come to this publicity office to promote the image of Uygur? I think to promote the image of Uygur, we have to give a lot of introductions. I used to be a dancer. I want to demonstrate the beauty of the local country. I think we have brought you a lot of new ideas during my dance, but when I come to this publicity office of the bureaus or office of the Uygur County, I want to promote the local beauties. So what do you think the beauty of the Zhaosu County across the year in 4 seasons in this year? In the summertime, the most unique is the grassland, where tens of the thousands of the houses is riding over the grassland, and in the winter, we have the winter festival celebrating the beauty of the winters. We have also enjoyed some of the local food. We have also eaten some of the horse-meat sausages, which is a local cuisine. The last time I've been to Zhaosu, it is a festival celebrating the house and its contributions to the local people. I believe for some of the other visitors to the Zhaosu County, our impression to Zhaosu dwells on the winter time. What kind of activities will the Zhaosu County upheld this year? In the winter, we have 2 featuring activity. The first one is the riding horses in the winter wonderland. We have some of the local Kazakh ethnic girls dancing in this festival. We have another festival celebrating the dairy product. So how many activities did the Culture and Tourism Bureau in Uygur County this year upheld it to attract more tourists? There are 28 different events that have upheld it in our county to attract more people. We have the food festivals, the music festival, and also the marathon race. There are 28 events upheld this year, so it is going to be lasted to April next year. I think you have always been calling the shots for your hometown. And can you give us a more introduction to your hometown? So where does the tourism comes? I think Beijing, Shanghai, Taizhou, Tianjin, among other big cities. What are they looking for when they come to the Zhaosu County? What is their impression of Zhaosu County? I think when they come here, the first day, they view the riding events for thousands of the houses. They take out of their phones and they make photos and they post it on the WeChat moment, and they leave some of the messages that when I came here, I never want to leave this place. I also want to introduce you that Uygur County is the hometown to the very purebred horse. The local environment is very suited for the cultivations and growth of this purebred horse. and the writings of tens of thousands of houses is also the human-made wonders for all of us to view. Through our cameras, we could see this winter wonderland of Tekes National River. When the winter comes, most of the leaves and flowers fall from the trees, bearing branches and trunks to the cold air. And I also see that the ice flower is officially known as rime, which is described as ice that frozen on the undersurface of the objects and comes from water drops in frog. Rime is beautiful. As the frog meets the cold air, evaporation creates beautiful and stunning ice flowers on the tree alongside the river. We believe from November to April is the local ice flower season, as many visitors came to this region to enjoy this gift from the nature. And this is also the wonders that we want to see. When the sun is rising, the fog gradually formed. Without any insects and leaves, winter forest turns into a tranquil place. And since the rime absorbs the noises, it is easy to hear the crackle falling sound of ice and snow. Everybody would say that Zhaosu is a beautiful wonderland. We welcome you to this fairyland of ice and snow. And we also want to thank you. On our live streaming today, I have invited two distinguished guests to give you the introduction of the rime. I also invited the local officials from the publicity office, and we kindly invited all of you to come to Zhaosu to enjoy this fairyland of ice and snow. I think we are going to let some of the time to view these beautiful wonderlands. And I also want to thank all of you to join our journey into this fairyland of ice and snow. This is really a magical fairy tale destination. This is not only a destination for skiing, and it is also a destination for ice and snow in the wintertime. With that, we conclude today's live streaming. I'll see you next time.